But the problem with your arguments about me being dishonest wasn't really arguments, it was just your opinion.
Yeah, but you already admitted to being dishonest.
I admitted to being dishonest about me coming in and, yeah, trolling in general because I was just trying to have fun because I was bored. But I was answering your questions in an honest way. I was just being kind of a dick about it.
That's
It sounds
correct.
like an ENTP to me.
This is a
No,
losing
she's not.
battle. ESTP.
And I was being a dick about it because mostly I think MBTI shouldn't be used in a way to tie people for your amusement. I think it should be used to categorize for your own sake and not to tie people because you think it's fun to tie people. So when I came in, I felt that, oh, okay, you just want to type me because this is what you do. Then I'm going to be a dick back.
Well, you could have said that instead, and I tried to stop it from you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I probably just got a little bit too much in my dick mode.
Yeah, I tried to be nice to you, and you were a dick.
Yeah, I know, but I can be that way. And I am an asshole, and I said that I was an asshole, and I've been saying that in chat all day. Somebody says I am a dick. Yeah, I know I'm a dick.
Nothing wrong with being a dick once in a while.
But I just wanted to confirm that I never lied about anything about myself, and it was kind of unnecessary to not have a real argument about why I was lying, because I wasn't lying about anything about myself. And
That's fine. I was just annoyed at the time.
yeah, and I know that because I hurt your feelings.
Have you upgraded your types?
I thought you were rude.
Okay, well, isn't that the same thing? Me
Maybe.
being rude to hurt your feelings, or me hurting your feelings in a different way, it's still hurting your feelings. Okay, it's not the same. Well, I don't have the same amount of empathy as I should have, so I'm sorry. I have very limited amount of empathy. That's why I say I'm sorry all the time, because I don't know when I'm offending people.
That's okay, but I'll take you seriously if you take me seriously.
That's fine. I will take you seriously.
Okay, then we have understanding and we're good.
What's my proclaimed type, out of curiosity? I didn't read last. My proclaimed type, I don't have a proclaimed type. I don't really care about my type. I don't care about other people's types. I use typing as a way of learning about other people, as a way of, instead of typing people based on, as we were discussing in the chat, instead of using psychology, I think MBTI is better because it doesn't say that there is anything wrong with you. It says that this is your faults and this is your positive sides. And there's nothing wrong with you as a human being. There is some sides that you can improve upon, but you're not wrong. So I find that MBTI is better in that way, but I still think there is a lot of flaws in the theory.
There is no perfect system.
No, but I like the system. It's very simplified. It's very useful as a teacher, for instance, to identify types in students and know how to deal with them.
That's the first time I was typed in high school.
I don't think you should use type on your students.
I don't use it as I don't tell them. I use it as an intuitive way of dealing with people because I'm not
I don't think you should do that either.
Why?
I think it can lead to negative repercussions in the future if you do that.
Well, I've been way better at communicating and empathizing with people based on Myers-Briggs after I learned about it than before.
That's correct. It will be easier for you to make yourself understood for others.
That's how I use it. I use it to understand myself and to help myself be understood by others.
But I don't use it on myself, which is a problem, because I think that to understand others, you need to understand yourself. But I'm just not that introspective.
Are you able to objectively view yourself, you think?
I don't think anybody is able to objectively view themselves.
I'd say I come pretty close.
I think some people think they're more able to objectively view themselves, and maybe some people are better at it, but nobody can ever see themselves from outside.
No.
You see yourself from a subjective view. So you can't see yourself from outside. Other people will view you from a different point of view than you do. So you cannot fully objectify yourself.
Well, I mean, everything's subjective. It's based on our senses and the way our brain interprets what our skin and our tongues and our
Gotta
eyes.
drop that position, man. Gotta drop it.
But I feel like I can objectively view myself because I have to make choices that I don't necessarily feel comfortable making when I'm taking some of these tests. I don't take them anymore. I was obsessed with them in the early 2000s. Obsessed. And then I got out of it and I started my grandmother actually has that book, the Kiersey book, and she typed me as just a activity, I guess about 2 years ago, and it kind of got me interested in it again.
Mm-hmm. I had one of my therapists try to type me. Apparently she was like a certified MBTI typer.
Yeah.
But she must have been certified like 50 years ago because her way of typing me was she gave me that scene from Les Mis where the guy steals the bread and then gets caught by the police. And she's like, would you steal the bread to feed your family? And I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit about the rules. My family's starving. And she's like, oh, that means you're a feeler then.
Yeah.
So she said I was an INFP.
But
then she actually read her little book and was like, oh, nope, you're definitely an INTP because you're arguing with me.
That's a logical decision to get food for your family in a way in which you were able to do it.
I started arguing that she was not like properly.
Yeah, but it's the argument behind why you want to give someone food. That's what matters. That's what determines whether you're an INFP or an INTP.
In her mind, thinkers would always follow the rules, and feelers would follow their heart.
Not true.
But that's how she was typing.
But both can come to the same conclusion, but it's the argument behind it that determines your type. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, and she also was not differentiating between like introverted and extroverted functions at all. So,
but this is what is useful to me with students, because a lot of students don't necessarily write down all their answers. They just know the answer, which is very intuitive. Like introverted intuitive sometimes don't write down all their answers. They just know what it is, which is nice for me to know, so I can help them develop other functions and tell them that it's necessary, at least for future learning and for future teachers, that they might want them to write down the answers or how they came to it. And even if they don't know, that they should at least try to figure out how they came to the answer.
Who are you, person that was talking?
Some random person in here.
How did you find this place?
randomly by Googling something else that I was trying to find, and eventually I found the channel. And by finding the channel, some stuff about it, and then I was bored of procrastinating and went in here a couple days ago.
Cool. What do you go by? What do we call you?
Motherfucker.
Oh, that's who's talking. Okay, the little icon.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you type as?
Very good question.
She doesn't want to be typed.
I don't really mind you typing me. I just don't really care that much.
Well, then why are you in a typology chat room?
Curiosity and entertainment.
I mean, I don't take it that seriously either, but at least in my case, it's pretty clear that I only fit one type. So I just roll with it.
How old are you?
Mid-20s.
I also want to make it clear to everybody that the Mark that I was arguing earlier was not me.
Yeah.
Everybody like thinks I'm that fool.
I assumed that
Yeah.
it was you, and I was like, Eric, you know who it is. It's Mark. And then he's like, no, it's not the right one. I was like, "Oh, okay."
But why is it necessary for somebody to be in an MBTI chat room to have a type?
No, it's just odd that you're actively like avoiding the question when it sounds like you know what you type as.
I feel like I should know what my type is, but I think I'm so outside the norm of everything because I am actually crazy in a lot of ways. I do a lot of crazy shit.
Can we just type you for fun?
You can type me as
She doesn't
much
like
as you
that,
want to
though.
be.
She hates that.
Yeah, I don't really care, as I said yesterday, and that was not trolling. I honestly, you can. I honestly keep bringing it up.
Well,
Just
she's
trying-
not the one bringing it up, to be fair.
No, I was just trying to explain right now,
Yeah.
and then it came up.
Casual, you gotta chill out, my friend.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say is that I just don't feel like I know myself well enough, and I don't know the MBTI well enough, and I also I do too much crazy shit to actually fit into a type.
But like that
And
itself is a consistent thing. You realize that, right?
I know that the cognitive function is, but I also have a lot of critique about it, which is what is funny about being on this site, because all of you
You just said that you
clearly
didn't know
like the system. And I like the system too, because for me, it's easier to identify other people by type. But I just,
So
when you know yourself,
and
when you know yourself,
but
you
you-
know that you are very complicated. But other people can seem simplistic because you don't know them as well as they know themselves.
She's a ESTP. Sorry.
She's an ISTP because I'm
What?
just throwing it out there because I feel like it.
I couldn't contain my anymore. I have to say it. Inferior and I,
But she was doing a weird
SC Dom.
thing though, just there, that people are more complex than these systems. I mean, it's.
But am I actually arguing my type, or am I arguing the idea of not wanting to argue my type?
No, you're not. You're arguing something different, but we're picking up patterns on what you're doing right now. We're not taking what you're saying as a face value.
Well, I'm raised by a family of extroverted sensors.
I thought you didn't know enough about MBTI.
I know enough to pick up on people.
You know it enough, but not enough to type yourself.
Because I feel that's what I feel. I feel like this is a trend amongst people.